Welcome to our podcast, Bali Life Unfiltered. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Michelle, and we are two friends living on the beautiful island of Bali. In our podcast, we'll be talking about what it's like living in Bali, from the highs, lows, and everything in between.
We will be bringing you all the current information on moving here, renting and building, visa requirements, cultural differences, the best cafes and restaurants, spas, beach clubs, you name it.
Plus, we'll be having some special guests join us who are doing amazing things here in Bali.
Hopefully, we can motivate and inspire you to challenge yourself, whether it's to book that holiday, move here, start a business, or you just want to know what it's like living on the island.
This week, we're talking about all the social scene, the fun stuff in Bali. We'll be covering our favourite restaurants, cafes, bars, beach clubs, etc.
So, without further ado, let's jump into it.
Now, last episode, we put it out to our listeners if they have any questions from our first two podcasts.
So the first question we have is, what's been the biggest misconception people have about moving to Bali? Is there something people don't realize until they actually live here?
I think for me was probably the cost of living. As much as it is amazing, there are a few things that we were a little unexpected with the cost, is like villa rentals.
Yeah.
But I think we're paying pretty much the same we were paying in Melbourne in an inner suburb. I mean, yes, we have a pool and we have furniture, but it probably was unexpected. And I think when we moved here, we had a good run for maybe 6 to 12 months, obviously COVID.
Yeah.
But after COVID, people started coming in.
Yeah.
And prices went crazy.
They did. They jumped.
Crazy. Yeah. And you have to pay. So people that don't know, you have to pay up front. So if you're doing a 12-month lease, that is up front, like 30,000, 50,000, 100,000 up front to rent a place. So yeah, that was really crazy. The other thing is people come to me and they're always like, oh, you must have so many Aussie friends. All the Aussies are moving there. I was like, no, I actually don't know that many Aussies that, I'm not friends with that many Aussies here. They're all in Seminyak. Because they're just the tourists in, Seminyak.
Yeah.
I mean, there are lots of Aussies, but not as many as you would think. It's a lot more Europeans.
Yeah, I agree.
And British as well.
Yep.
But that could just be my circle. But yeah. What about you?
I would say similar things, really. They're the same. Yeah, I think it's definitely a shock when you see Bali as this cheaper place to come, but not everything is like that. So rentals, food shopping, I think we touched on.
Yeah,
2 weeks before. So just getting used to those things. And is there something people don't realize about living here? I guess that it's just such a mix of it's island life, but you kind of feel like you're in a city at the same time. Does that make sense? There's a lot going on here.
It can be a bit of a bubble as well.
It's definitely a bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. No matter where you go, you bump into someone.
Yeah.
I think it's very
country town
small.
Where I'm from.
Yeah. And once you've been here a while, you kind of feel like you don't know everyone, but you feel like everywhere you go, you see someone you know.
Yeah.
So it kind of feels maybe like a little bit of a small town. And I don't think I ever expected that. I thought it would be more nobody knows who I am, island life.
Yeah, true.
But I don't think it's a bad thing. It's quite nice.
Yeah. Another question was, what is your favorite thing about Bali that sets it apart from maybe somewhere else that you've been?
I think we touched on this maybe last episode or the episode before. It's about the energy thing here. We've been many places where we don't feel the same way. There is just a vibe here. At one point last year, we were thinking about moving to Spain, as you know, and we went to check it out and we just didn't feel it.
Yeah.
So I think for us, that's the biggest thing that sets it apart. There's just, I don't know if it's because of the people here, the types of people there are here, probably.
Yeah.
It just brings a good feeling being here.
Yeah, cool.
What about you?
Yeah, similar. Yeah, Joe and I had that conversation, and I think it is that having like-minded people here.
Yep.
Because he loves business and he has that avenue, surfing, hobbies, social life for us.
Yep.
Everyone here is here for a reason. They're not just doing it because it's what you're meant to do, I guess.
Basically, yeah.
And we're doing the same thing. And then the Balinese people. I think that's why Australians come over here for holidays because, and I do think it's a lot to do with the Balinese people. They're just so beautiful, so kind, caring. They're always trying to just, I guess, do everything they can for you.
Yeah.
So, and that I think brings a part with the energy, right? Like their culture as well, like their ceremonies. It's just, it's a beautiful island.
Yeah. And then the last one, looking back, is there anything you would have done differently in your first year living in Bali?
I think, I touched on this in maybe the last episodes. It's just you've gone a bit slower, being more patient with myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not rush into it.
Yeah. Oh, cute. Yeah, that's definitely one of them. I think like we moved around a lot in villas. Like I think we jumped into things quicker than we should have, like not thinking about like where we actually wanted to live, what was most practical, and could we see ourselves there long term. And it would have been like we honestly moved, I think we had 7 villas in the first year moving around.
Wow, it's a lot.
And it was a lot, even though it was kind of cool. We were happy doing it at the time, but like we should have made the right decisions. We could have found like a better deal if we didn't like be so flippant in our decisions. So yeah, maybe that, but we're pretty happy.
All right, cool. Let's jump into this week's episode. So it's about the social scene, lifestyle, I suppose. Did you know much about, I guess, the social scene before you came to Bali?
I guess a little bit, having come on holiday here a few times, just me and my husband, had never come with kids. So that was a whole new avenue, I guess. We had been out, I guess, quite a bit to restaurants and bars. I would say it was more Seminyak. It wasn't so much Canggu when we came here. Because
when did you come? Like,
so before kids, we would have come, I guess it would have been 9 years ago and then again 8 years ago, roughly. Yeah. So Canggu was definitely very much rice fields still. There was nothing built up. You'd go down the shortcut and it was a wobbly like road, and there was nothing on the sides like there is now. And I kind of thought Cafe was there. I feel like I want to say it was Crate in the middle of nowhere, but don't quote me on that. It might not have been. It might have even been Nude, and like we felt that was far.
Maybe.
But
yeah, because I'm the same. I remember the same because we came 6 years ago before we had Annabelle, and we went to Finn's and we went to the lawn when it had fake grass.
Actual lawn.
And it was like we were in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, and there was a cafe. I can't.
Been, but we went there and there was just nothing else around, and it was pretty cool. We went down to Batu Belong. I remember that vividly. But yeah, so we'd been out a little bit. Like we had an idea of what it was like, and we liked it. Like it was chill. There were people around, like cool people that we, wanted to mix with. What about you? You'd been to a few places.
Yeah, well, like you, just the same sort of places. Potato Head. Yeah. We went to Finn's a few times. We loved it. The time. But we didn't really go to Canggu until that last time. And then we came back when Annabelle was like a few months old. So we came back and we just did Seminyak. I think it's one of the best areas for coming as a tourist because there's so much to do. But yeah, probably I didn't even think about the social scene too much when we were looking to move here. With little young kids, I didn't think necessarily we'd be going out that much.
So it kind of it wasn't on your radar, like
not really. Like the beach club, sure. And we did spend a lot of time at Kudeta. Not Kudeta. Kudeta when we first moved here, just because it was familiar to us at the time, and a lot of places were still kind of opening up. But yeah, probably wasn't a big thing. And now, obviously, there's so many options.
There are so many options. So your decision to move here, I guess, was it impacted by the social scene or not, by the sounds of it?
No,
like it wasn't.
Not at all. Not really. Like us, we did know about the restaurants because Seminyak and like Karabakan have great restaurants, and we've always gone out there as well. We love the restaurants in Bali. Food is amazing. So we probably thought about that a lot. But moving to Canggu, we didn't expect expect how great it was going to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe it did and it didn't, because one of our favorite things to do is go out and eat.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, it definitely wasn't one of the main reasons we chose to come here. It was just a great surprise.
Yeah.
What about you? Did you?
Yeah, I think it was
No.
definitely something we considered. Like, we knew there were nice restaurants and cafes, and there was that kind of, I guess, lifestyle that we wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a factor. Like, we knew it was familiar.
Yeah.
I guess we didn't know exactly what to expect,
Yeah.
like long term, and who we'd be hanging out with, whether we'd make friends. But I think we knew that, we enjoyed the social scene at least.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So that kind of brings me on to what, like, for people that don't know, what kind of people are actually here living here? What, who are these expats that are here? There's a British and an Australian sitting in front of me, but
true. God, there's such a mix. And I think there is that little bit of cliche of it depends on where you are on the island. And we can be a bit biased because we do live in Canggu, like just around Canggu. So we're definitely surrounded by that sort of people, I guess. So I guess we'd start with Canggu and what will we find in Canggu? So it's so different. There is surfers, obviously. You've got your crypto people trading crypto, people that are doing yoga, but again, you probably find that more in Ubud. There's a lot of your yogis and your health and wellness in Ubud.
But you still find that all over. You find that here, Uluwatu, everywhere. I think Bali brings that sense of wellness.
Yes. But you would go to Ubud for your retreats, generally speaking. Yeah. A lot of gym goers. Lots of gym goers. Having said that, we went to Uluwatu recently and there were so many fit people at the gym, this outdoor working out. I was like, oh wow, I did think it was a bit more surfy.
Was that the gym behind the cashew tree? Yeah, I know. We sat there and I was like, whoa, these people.
Oh yeah, that was so good. Ooh, but yeah, entrepreneurs, lots of entrepreneurs throughout the island, lots of influencers, of course.
Yes, there are many, many influencers around, which is something actually you have to get used to, like seeing cameras everywhere and people taking videos of things. Especially if you're doing fitness and fitness classes, sometimes it can be a lot.
At my gym, they're always taking photos and videos of themselves, and I never understood are they influencers? Are they just posting on their stories?
Who's to know?
No,
we never know.
Yes, just get it.
I think that's the main people. Obviously, you have many digital nomads that come here. And also people are quite transient. People are coming in and out. Like, some people here are longer term.
Yeah.
There are people that come and go. Some people that spend 3 months here out of the year, 6 months out of the year, then go back.
Lots of people do that, right? I think I found that hard at the start.
Yeah.
With, young kids who weren't necessarily in school for a long period of time. We'd make friends and then they'd leave 6 months later, which was always hard. Yeah, definitely.
And there's obviously lots of families also that people considering coming. I know Canggu can be seen as a party place, which, yes, it can be. But there are many.
You have great schools here.
Yeah, great schools. There's so many.
That's what brings the families here, right? Yeah.
And that's actually what we're going to touch on in the next episode. All about family life here, basically.
And then you have Sanua, which has a lot of people go there for retiring because it's a little bit quieter, a bit slower. The beaches are flatter. So again, great for families.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sanua's great to visit, I think. If you need some quiet time out of this area,
and their restaurant scene and their bar scenes it's starting to ramp up as well. A lot of places opening there. So,
and of course, many tourists.
Yeah,
there are people on holiday here all the time. There are quieter periods. I feel like that tends to be when Australians don't have their school holidays. It tends to be
it's a lull
influx at points. Right now is a quieter time, it feels, on the island. Do you feel that?
Yeah, and then I'm guessing Easter, is that when we have
yes,
so Australia has no school holiday.
April.
I swear when you drive, when you go into Seminyak or Kuta, we always say, like, when we go down there, it feels like we're in a holiday.
Yeah,
Because everyone's just walking around with their vintang singlets, drinking vintangs, and it's sometimes hard not to be doing that too. Like, go to the beach just for a swim and, like, try to vintang on the beach.
Yeah.
You just get swept up in the, it's just cool energy because it's like you're in a holiday.
Yeah, totally. I feel like no matter what, like if you go to different areas of the island, it brings you different things.
Yes.
So like, if you go there, you feel kind of like you're on holiday again. Yeah. At the same time, when I go to like Uluwatu, it also feels like, it really feels like island life to me. I feel like, I do actually feel like I've gone on holiday and it's an hour away.
Yeah.
But you feel different everywhere you go.
Yeah.
And it's not that far away. So
and the beaches are so nice. Uluwatu. Yeah. So nice.
Yeah. Okay, so and then like what is the mentality of the people that are actually here? And there's a mix of nationalities, right?
Yeah. Oh, such a mix. It's so good. I love that our kids get to, be surrounded by so many different nationalities, right? I'm trying to think of, I guess, what's the most influential, nationality?
Yeah, if there is one. It's like it's a bit of everything. There's Americans, Canadians, British, Australian, from New Zealand. There's, lots of Europeans.
Yeah.
French, Spanish.
A lot of French, Italian, Brazilian.
A lot of Dutch actually here also.
Yeah.
I'd say the people from everywhere. I wouldn't say there's a majority, would you?
But no.
Not that I've noticed anyway.
No, either.
And I would just say that the mix is people that are very much like-minded. Yeah, I think we touched on already, but everybody has come here with like this, I guess, outlook on life that's different to maybe people from their hometown. Yeah, that sees the world a bit differently. Is willing to
a lot more open-minded.
Open-minded. Is the word. Yeah, so you feel like connected to people quickly. I think. Yes, you've got that in common straight away.
Yeah. People mostly are willing to jump into deeper conversations quicker. Yeah. Which is nice and refreshing. And like we touched on, they generally don't have family here. So they're looking for that connection as well. Yeah. Which is great. Yeah. And fortunate and, hard work and whatever. People are more flexible. Yeah. Most people come here with online businesses or they're starting a business here or they're doing something more on their terms. There are obviously a lot of people that still work in their home countries. I know a lot of people work in America and they have to be up at night and have a different schedule. Yeah. But I think that definitely helps.
Yeah. And I'd also say like the friends you make here, you kind of make your friends for life and they become your family because none of us have our family here. Yeah. I would say that's a blanket statement. Nobody does generally. So you rely on those friends a lot more and you help each other out a lot more. Yeah. More so than you would like back home. Yeah. It's a nice feeling.
Yeah, it is. Exactly.
Yeah. Actually, I have a good question about the places in Bali. Like what makes like the recipe for somewhere being busy? Like why are some of these places we see so busy? Like
the restaurants and that sort of thing.
Particularly why is Baked so busy? Why is 7 a.m. Bakers Club so busy? Like, why is Gigi Susu always have a long line?
Oh my gosh. Yes, right? I know. What is going on? We always have like our ideas. Yeah. And I'd love to hear from like our listeners if they know what it is. Like, what's the recipe for this success? Yeah. What do you think? I think it's got to be some sort of marketing and like it's a brand. Yeah. Like what is it? Gigi Susu?
Gigi Susu?
Yeah, like that's definitely a brand, right?
Yeah.
I mean, same with Baked. Yeah. It's about the brand and it's about their marketing. I
feel like they must be doing something. There's some blog or some like Instagram, TikTok that
has to be
making it viral. Yeah. Because I don't understand it. Otherwise, these places are great, don't get me wrong. But there's always long lines.
There's lines.
People taking photos outside.
Yeah. These are cafes.
Yeah, they're cafes.
Like cafes or bakeries.
Yeah. And actually, they're all like...
They're bakeries. Generally. Yeah. So it's like, what is it about the bakery thing? I don't know. But, strange.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll figure it out.
What do you reckon about restaurants, though? Because we live near Brawa. And for a while, I felt like Brawa is... So for people that don't know, Brawa is kind of a suburb next to Canggu. Between Canggu and, say, Seminyak. And for a while there, restaurants were so quiet.
Yeah.
Like everything
Right.
was happening in
Yep.
Canggu.
Yep.
I do feel like it's starting to pick up though in Broa.
Yeah, I feel like it is. I feel like obviously there's a few places that have closed down.
Yeah.
Like, the thing here is places come and go very quickly.
Yeah.
If you haven't got that right.
It factor.
Yeah. And what that it factor is, I probably can't comment. I don't know enough about restaurant scene, but it has to have it. And there's a magic recipe to being successful.
Yeah.
And the thing is people come here and lots of people want to start a business.
Yeah.
And maybe they dive into creating a restaurant and they're not experienced in that,
Yeah.
because it is easier to do here.
Yeah.
It's less expensive, like rent,
Then try somewhere else
to create something.
Yeah.
And so maybe they don't always succeed. Maybe I don't know. But it definitely does feel like it's getting busy on Broa.
Yeah. And Broa has more like clubs and night spots than I think than like Canggu, like better ones.
Yes. Yeah.
Outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was also talking to someone that does have a restaurant in Broa, and it is relatively quiet for people coming in, but it goes crazy on Gojek.
Yeah.
So they don't even care about having people in because Gojek is like lower costs and they get so much from that.
So more people maybe that's staying in a bit often.
Well, maybe.
I don't know.
Especially for wet season as well, maybe. Yeah.
Although it's very hard to get a Gojek delivery when it's raining.
I know. I like obviously always tip them extra when I get like a Gojek and they're in their raincoat. It's so good. Like sorry. I always feel so bad.
See, mine don't come when it's raining. The rain goes, there's no Gojeks.
Yeah.
And then you're like, 2 hours later.
Yeah.
Sorry, your order's been cancelled.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put on raining season. Oh, it's a hard life.
Yeah, it is. So maybe let's touch on our kind of favourite places right now.
Mm-hmm.
In and around. I guess we're biased to the area, like to around Canggu, because that's where we live.
Yeah.
We will try and touch on a few more. What would you say your favourite cafe is?
Yeah, that's a hard one because there are so many. And I think after you've been here a while, though, you just kind of stick to your favourite. Mine is Neighbourhood in Broa. They're just every single meal is amazing. So good. Yeah, definitely. Their Siraniki pancakes and their smashed avo.
Ooh, okay.
Do British people like smashed avo? Just Australians?
No, what's like
anyone?
Yes.
Okay.
I think maybe we came to the party later.
Okay, I was going to say don't say first.
Come on. Yeah, you were. No. No, they love avocado. Yeah.
Smashed avocado. The meal.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's not a meal.
Okay.
Just smashed
For a while we had to, what was it in Australia? Like you either have a mortgage or you buy smashed avocado.
Oh yeah. I think I was living in Australia at the time. Oh, I think I prefer smashed avocado, or that's why people can't afford a mortgage.
Yeah. And just saying, guys, in Australia, we can get a smashed avo for like $7 or $8.
Where are you going?
Sorry to rub that in. Neighbourhood, it's like $8.50 for a fancy one.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
Anywhere else?
Milk and Madu for, again, their food is amazing and they are great with the kids. So they generally have a little playground, drawing. I know my kids just love going there to draw, and I'm like, why don't you can just do that at home? But that's fine.
Yeah.
And Times Beach we're on.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. Oh, which is on the beach, beanbags, beautiful in the mornings, watching the surfers.
Yeah, very chill.
Yeah. What are your favourite?
Mornings. I would say Shady Shack in Canggu.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it because it has that.
It's vegetarian or vegan?
Yeah, vegetarian.
Yeah.
It has that island feel to it.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those places that is built just like it's wood. There's lots of plants everywhere. You're sitting outside.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it just kind of makes me feel good. I like the vibe of it. And the food is great. Like, for me, eating mostly vegetarian, everything I can eat. Yeah. So it's a winner for me. And the smoothies are good. Yeah, I like that. And then also the cashew tree in Bingen.
Yes.
again, everything for me is like the vibe.
Yeah, same. I love the vibe.
I just like
that.
it.
That is
The people are good. Like, there's a playground for kids.
Yeah.
The food's great. It's a good price. And it's just like, it's outdoors also, but some is covered, shady areas around. And it just, I just, again, like the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I love it. Obviously, restaurants are always opening. But right now, what's your favorite?
I feel like in Bali, there's some like classics that everybody goes to that they like. Mine, Shelter, Pereiranan, which I think
always a favorite.
Is always a favorite for everyone, and especially I think when you have visitors, you kind of like, where should we go? Shelter.
Yes.
That's one that you actually have to book in advance.
Yeah,
I would say to get the booking time you want. If you want to book on a Friday or Saturday, I find that sometimes we're like, there's no space.
You not book?
Yeah, no, I do. But that's the thing. Like, if I could look on a Monday and I want to book for the Friday or Saturday, sometimes it's fully booked already.
Yes, in advance.
Yeah, definitely need to check.
Yeah,
booking that, especially if you're coming on holiday here. Yeah, if you want to go there, just make sure you got your booking in.
Yeah.
So that for me is great. Again, it's the ambience. It's moody lighting in the evening. There's lots of twinkly lights.
Yeah,
those big candles, and the food is great. For me, I like lots of bits. Yeah, you can order
try lots of different things
rather than a starter and main. So yeah, always a winner. And then I really like red gunpowder also in Pereiranan. Indian food, whether you like Indian or not, but I love spice. And the curries are just really yummy. I've only been there a few times actually. I need to go back. But yeah, again, they have an inside and an outside.
Yeah.
So whether you want AC or not, there's the option.
Yeah.
And it's just, again, it's quite pretty. And the food's good.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I haven't been there.
Oh. You probably don't eat much Indian food.
No, I love Indian food, but I can't eat too much of it anymore.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what are your top restaurants?
Yeah, I have so many. I have too many.
The list could go on.
Yes. As I've touched on before, I do run an Instagram page on exactly this and the social scene in Bali. Yeah. Bali social life. And I'm overwhelmed with all of the restaurants. And obviously, as part of that, I go out and try new places as well, which is great. But a lot of the time, I just love going to my same old, right? So I love Luma. The food is just amazing there all the time. The wine list is great. It's kind of more romantic, I feel, like the vibe. Yeah. Good for a date night.
And that's in Canggu.
In Canggu, yes. What else is in Canggu? Murtabak Suka is really funky. They have like oyster specials, which I love. Really cheap. Riviera is a classic. That's Italian. That is in Brawa. There's one in Pereiranan as well.
Yep.
Great Aperol spritz there. Just for everyone that loves an Aperol spritz. And Sushimi is Sushi Train in Brawa. Our kids love it. They're always asking to go there. It's just they eat heaps of food. Yeah. Obviously, it's a sushi train, so it just must be that novelty.
It's a fun thing.
Yes.
So advice, we went there last weekend and our kids loved it. I don't actually eat sushi, so it wasn't the best for me, but the kids had a great time.
Yes. Yeah, Japanese is like one of my favorite food, and I can never go there with you.
Sorry. Find some other friends.
Go with other people.
What about like...
Do you go out? Do you go out much?
Do I go out much?
Yeah, like to restaurants. Like how often do you go out?
I would say so. I would say probably once a week.
Yeah.
Give or take. Once a week, whether it's with the girls or Patrick. Definitely once a week. I like to get out, whether it's even just, having an early dinner and coming home.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the whole night kind of thing. I feel like it's just easy to go out. You just 5 minutes for us in Brawa, Canggu. Yeah. And there is so much choice. So,
yeah. Do you ever go to Seminyak? Because, we're not that far and there's so many good restaurants there.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Not so often. We actually love going to Potato Head to the rooftop for sunset drinks.
Oh,
I feel like not many people know about it.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
It's never really spoken about, that me and Patrick have been going. We go quite often.
Yeah.
It's not always that busy. It depends. Sometimes it's quite quiet. And it's just so beautiful, the sunset view from there.
Yeah.
I think people just tend to go to the beach club and don't know that Sunset Park is up there. So we've been there quite a lot. There's Foo House now in Seminyak also, which is great restaurant.
So many classics in Seminyak.
Yeah, it was like the oldies, like Mama
that have been there for ages. Yeah.
Sangsaka.
Yeah. Miraputi.
Yeah, great. Also, yeah. They're the classics. So we don't tend to that often, but yeah, sometimes. Do you ever?
But no, we always mean to go there, but we don't.
Yeah.
We do kind of, swing to our favourites, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why.
So bars, pre-drinks, where do you go? Like, where would you go for a drink and watch sunset, I guess?
For sunset, I'd go to Caravan or Lawn.
Yeah.
The Lawn always has a nice vibe, and you can choose between seats or be like David's.
Yeah.
And Caravan is literally, there's chairs, sunbeds, couches facing the beach. Yeah, which is a fun vibe as well. It's great with the kids. Yes. And then they have music, I think, on the weekend.
Yeah, they do.
Nice. Yeah,
I agree. Those are great spots. Sunset, and obviously Sunset Park at Potato Head.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that one.
Yeah,
go. Any others? There's a lot of cocktail bars.
I find
I guess it's open late.
Yeah, there's no. I wouldn't say you go there for pre-drink.
No,
it's a after dinner kind of thing for the cocktail bars. Mostly there, I know, but there are some of the restaurants you can go to and feel like you can just have a glass of wine, like Mosto, for example.
Oh yeah, you would go for. I do. Yeah, we do that.
Sometimes.
Yeah. We got a Osteria for their, again, Aperol Spritz and their wine list.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a little more chill.
Brawa?
Yeah.
Same road, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. But I think that is the hardest thing here is going out late.
Yeah.
Challenging as a parent.
Yeah, it depends what age you are.
Yeah.
But for us, being mums, and kind of done the staying out late thing.
I mean, are we in our new era of staying out? And I still
do sometimes. And that's okay.
We would prefer to not be out so late. But everything, I would love a live music session, but they're all starting at 9, 10.
Yeah.
I'm generally done by then.
Yeah. The only reason we're done by then is because we have to wake
up early. Yeah, exactly.
No one needs a hangover with the kids.
Yeah. So I'm the worst of no sleep. Well, what kind of, do you go to any clubs? Would you recommend any clubs?
I wish I could recommend lots of clubs, but I probably can't. I'm always like, should we go here? Should we go there? And I never go anywhere. Yeah. There was that time I went to La Favela very early on here, which was great. But I haven't actually been back since. Yeah. So I couldn't tell you what it's like now.
I did go to Surveyor.
Yeah.
I guess Surveyor / club
last year.
Yeah.
Didn't we? To see Fisher.
Yeah.
And he's just been on again, actually.
Yeah. It must be the same time.
Yeah, I would think so. So there is a great vibe. But yeah, it's not a club, but it's outside beach club and great DJs. Pretty much every week. So that's good. And then Morabito.
In Brawa.
Yeah. Which is like a hotel residence, but they have all these DJs on Friday nights.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good. Brings a good crowd.
Yeah.
And you can get dressed up. There's good music. So they're the kind of places I go to. What about, have you been anywhere else? Club-wise?
Bali gets a lot of DJs though.
Yeah.
So there's always DJs. Is it Desa Kitsune?
Yep.
Desa Kitsune in Canggu. I haven't been yet, but I definitely want to go. It's the same people that own Surveyor, so they get a lot of the cool DJs. But a lot of these nights are during the week, right?
Yeah,
so
they do Tuesday.
Every night there's something on. So I think it's Tuesday and Friday nights there. Other places like Miss Fish. They do, I think, they do every night, but I think it's like Monday, Wednesday night.
Yeah, it's a big night.
Yeah, so I can't really go to those with work and school for the kids, but one day I'd love to try them.
Yeah.
Mesa Mesa in Barawa, I love. They do really fun nights, like R&B. That's probably my favourite club to go to.
Yeah.
But again, I don't really go out that much. Yeah, those places.
Not late.
Yeah.
What about beach clubs then? Because those are the kind of places we go.
Yeah, we love
more
a
often.
Beach club. Huh?
Do love a beach club there.
Yeah. Yes, we don't have parks, but we have beach clubs. I complain about not having parks for the kids.
Yeah, the trade-off.
Yeah, the trade-off is beach clubs.
Yeah. So which one's your favourite?
Right now, I love Luna.
Yeah.
Yes. They have like this water slide that goes into a cave bar, which is really funky.
Yeah.
It's a nice vibe. Like the people there, it's a mix of, I guess, expats and then tourists. I don't feel like it's like, I love Potato Head. That's probably one of my other favorites. But I can't remember if you can book there. But for a while there, you couldn't book. And it was like first in, best dressed.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't want to be there from like 12.
Yeah.
So that used to be one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
But it is more touristy.
Yeah.
But again, that's a pretty cool vibe as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Luna, Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I love Atlas as well with the kids because there's a lot for the kids and they always have these shows at night.
Yeah.
They have reptiles from the reptile park. They have owls, which is so cool. The snakes, the birds from Bird Park. They have a water slide. But adults are not allowed on that water slide, apparently.
Did you find that on the hard way? Or?
Did. At least I got one side in. How dare they? Yeah, and then they've got the shows. And then outside of like Canggu, Palmilla. I love Palmilla, which is really nice. It's like sandy, but they also have a pool. So our kids complain about sand. So they don't love going to the beach.
Yeah.
So whenever we do go to like Uluwatu or somewhere else, instead of like just going to a beach, we might go to like a beach club with a pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. They would rather swim in a pool than the beach. I don't know. I think the salt water and, well, I don't know, the waves. Yeah. But yeah. And Labajo as well, we're liking. Yeah. Which is pretty chill.
Yeah.
I don't like, it's a very low minimum spend there.
Yeah. It's very nice. Good. But it always gets very hot, doesn't it?
Yes, that's true.
I don't know why it gets so hot there.
I don't know, shade isn't
the shade is missing.
Yeah. What about you?
You just named all of my favourite beach clubs.
Yeah.
Done.
What about Fins?
The
tourists love it. So what do you think?
So when I first got here, I didn't mind Fins.
Mm-hmm.
But that's changed.
If you want to do people watching.
If you want to people watch, it's great. It's
Yeah.
always busy, no matter what day of the week it is.
Yeah.
So, and you can always be guaranteed like to have some music you can dance to. I would say the thing for me is it's the same music every time you go. Yeah. Played in the same order. I don't know. For me, I don't want to hear the Black Eyed Peas all the time and Bruno Mars. Yes, there's no jam. But if you're coming on here on a holiday, I think it's great. Like the atmosphere is great. Everyone's there for a good time.
Yeah.
You may find people a bit on the younger side and maybe had too many drinks.
Yeah.
That's
and what nationality do you think they are mainly?
I would say predominantly Australian, Michelle.
Yes.
Would you agree?
Lots of Aussie boys.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, what's not to love
cute,
when you're in your 20s on your holiday? Nothing better, but
yeah, it is fun every now and then. But yeah, I've been for a while.
I haven't been for a while, and I'm not sure I'm in a rush.
It's not on your list.
Yeah, but yeah, if you've not been, go.
Yeah. What other beach clubs? Sanua? Anyone around there? Nusa Dua?
I would say those areas are good for like getting a day pass in a hotel.
Yeah, okay.
Chill out.
But
They're so rather than like there are a few beach clubs, but not as many. It's a totally different vibe.
Yeah.
Definitely not chill. You wouldn't go there to party.
Yeah. Have you been to the one that overlooks that waterfall?
No.
What is it? Omar? Have you seen it?
No.
The main like tourist waterfall near Ubud.
Oh, Ubud.
Yes.
Oh, Omnia?
Omnia. Yeah, that one.
I've heard of it. No.
Yeah.
We've been talking about going there once. But didn't.
Yeah. Because Ubud has a few as well.
Yes.
Lots actually. And there's one that overlooks the rice terraces in Tegalang.
So a pool club.
Yes, pool club.
Not near the beach.
Yes, not beach club.
Just to clarify.
Club.
Yeah. Those ones are pretty cool because you feel like you're in the middle of the jungle.
Yeah.
I haven't actually been to one of those. I've been for like a day pass at somewhere else with little pools. But that's a different... I think there's still like a going out scene to these places. It's a bit vibey.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. There's clubs up there. Some I'm like, oh, I'm jealous because they look really cool.
Yeah. One last thing. What would be your go-to Gojek? Well, what is your go-to Gojek order on the island? After you staying in on a Friday night, gonna order. What do you order? And do you ever do that?
No, never.
Oh, really?
Of course.
It's like, oh my God, I order too much.
I go through periods of like, I not get sick of things, but I definitely have like I get addicted to something and I'll yeah. So nights, maybe like a Vietnamese salad. I can't remember the place. It's like a kind of more of a local Warung type Thai place. Yeah. Delicious. And bakso and soto. I love bakso and soto from this local Warung as well. And I know that it's safe because I've had it. I just get it from there. Probably it, or I will get like a curry. Yeah. So I don't really go out for curries and I can't make curries. So I'll eat that sort of stuff. There's just so many options. Yes. But I am addicted to acai bowls in the morning. So if I'm home in the morning, I will get an acai bowl delivered. And they're not one of the cheaper versions. Yeah. So I do feel guilty.
Is there a specific place you order them from?
It's the acai shop.
Oh, fine.
And it's proper acai. It's not like blended with berries and all this other stuff. And it comes frozen still.
Oh, good.
So it must come out of like a soft serve machine. Oh. Not just like, there's a big difference.
When they arrive and they're just like a soup.
It's like a soup. I'm like, no. Or even if you're at a cafe and it comes out, I'm like, no.
Like, what have you done to most people?
Yeah. And this is like thick and it's so freaking good. And I just want my addiction to end, so I start ordering them.
Sounds good.
But yeah, what about you?
I have a few things that I tend to order all the time. It's more of a local place, Happy Rice Bowl.
Oh yes, I have had that. Yeah,
it's really simple. Like I ordered rice. It's just white rice, and it comes with like tempeh with sambal, and it's just delicious. But no, I mean it's spicy. Yeah. All of the options for the tempeh are very spicy. Oh. And get an egg on top. And it's just delicious and so cheap. Yeah. So I've had like a phase of that. Bali Buddha I love. It's just it's convenient. It's close by. It's a good price. Yeah. And it's healthy. Yeah. So I like that. And then Thai. There's a place called Bangkok.
Oh yes, that's where I go to Thai.
Umbrella. I'm a big fan of there. They have like a veggie stir fry with cashews and it's delicious. And I always write on there to make it very spicy.
Really?
And it's great. Funny. Yeah, they're my faves.
Interesting. I find with anything, especially Indonesian, I mean, they love spice. Yeah. And if I have to order something for the kids, like a mee goreng, I'm like, tidak, pedas. No spice, like twice. Yeah. And obviously they don't add spice. Yeah. But it's spicy.
Yeah, everything is spicy.
Or like our nanny, cooked as like chicken mince. Yeah. And she's like, oh, can you try it? I was like, it's spicy. What is it? She's like, oh, it's just paprika. Oh. And it was so spicy. I'm like, I'm not going to eat this. I'm sorry. Like for them.
You're a bit sensitive to spice.
I'm fine. But they're like, this has got spice in it.
Yeah, honestly, my kids, there's like pepper on things. They're like, it's spicy.
Oh, and there's this place actually that I am obsessed with in the shopping centres. It's called Pepper Lunch.
Okay.
Oh, keep an eye out. Okay. I am obsessed with it. Every time I go to a shopping centre, I go to a place called Pepper Lunch. It's just like what's it called? Like a fast food outlet, I guess. And it's mostly just like rice and chicken on a sizzling plate. Yeah. But then you can get one with the omelette that's got cheese in it and then it has gravy. You can pour gravy over it. I know it doesn't sound great, but it is so good. I'm addicted.
No,
I had it.
I've never seen it.
I had it like 3 times in 2 weeks. And the shopping centres aren't close. So yeah, and even the kids love it. So
I'll have to try it. Yeah.
I wish it was closer to us. So good.
Cool. I think it's about that time that we had our this or that for the week. So seeing as we're talking about restaurants and food this week, it's going to be on that kind of level.
All right.
So mee goreng or nasi goreng?
Mee goreng.
I knew you were going to say that. We touched on the noodles last week. A wine or a cocktail?
Wine.
Why?
Because I don't want to get poisoned. No. I do find, cocktails, I just over them. I think when you first move here, you go with all the happy hours, you drink a lot of the cocktails. But also sometimes depends on the cocktails, but I can get really drunk over like 2 because you don't 100% know what's in it.
Yeah, you do have to be more careful here. I wouldn't say you have to overly worry, but be a bit more mindful.
Yeah, exactly. Just like even asking for the exact like vodka that you want in it, so that they don't just go for like their cheapest one. For example, it's not like necessarily a rack. It just could be the cheaper version, and for whatever reason, it's not good for me.
Fair enough. Aqua or Balean?
I think we have aqua,
Mm-hmm.
but Balian, the factory, did it burn down?
Yeah, there was a fire and everything burned down. So Balean on the island is going to not be available for a while. I think they're saying for the end of the year.
Next year, I heard. Early next year. That's
We
a
ordered
long time. Oh, dude.
Yeah, so we've got 4 gallons now.
You should see that.
Yeah, you have to keep them. We wanted to swap them back. The shop wouldn't last.
I was like, if they were full, just save them and sell them for a high price.
Yeah, I know.
6 months.
Could sell them for 2 million each. What's some Balean?
They'll be all water short.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking the demand for Aqua is going to go up.
There is the other one.
There's Clio,
and there is another one that we were using for a bit because apparently it didn't have as many minerals in it.
Oh.
I don't know. I didn't like the taste. I could actually tell the difference.
Yeah, interesting.
Yes. Yeah, but for the people that don't know, so with our water filter, water things, you get gallons of water. You can get them delivered just from one of the local shops. And then when it's empty, like you buy it, like a full price, sort of price of it. And then when you return it, they just swap it over. That's not as much.
Yeah, so I think the whole gallon is like 60 or 70,000 to start off with. And then when you swap them, it's like 30,000 each time.
Yeah.
Your favourite restaurant or a new trendy one?
I probably go with a favourite restaurant.
You know what you're getting, I guess.
Yeah, and if I only get that opportunity, I'll probably go out to that.
Balinese coffee or imported espresso?
I don't love like is it the proper instant Balinese coffee? But the beans that we use for our coffee machine are Bali coffee beans, and it's amazing. Yeah, like I would choose my coffee over going out to a cafe one. It's really good.
Totally, but so Bali coffee is its own separate thing, and it's quite sweet.
Is it?
Yeah. Or do they just add sugar to it?
I think they must just add sugar.
Oh, I thought that actually had like sugar in it already.
Get it in it's literally, and then it ends up like dirt at the bottom.
Yeah.
That, I don't really like that. I mean, it's fine when you're out, but
it's strong.
It is strong. Yes, it is. Yeah. Okay. What about you? We got a beach club or a normal club?
Always a beach club. Every day of the week.
Of course. Yeah. And that is like, would you rather go out? Yeah, during the day, right?
Yeah, I'm a day person.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know if that's just because I have kids. I feel like I always loved going out in the day.
Same
thing. Like, it's just fun.
Yeah. In Melbourne, we would love doing like a race day because it's during the day or like an event.
Yeah.
Have a couple of drinks, you go home to bed at a normal time and you find the next day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, same thing. Like London have lots of day club kind of things and day festivals. So I used to do that all the time and it just feels fun.
Yeah, true. Here it is. Avocado toast or a big breakfast?
Avo toast.
So
you judging me?
Yeah, not at all. A bintang or coconut by the beach?
I'm a coconut lover. I don't really drink there actually. So
yeah,
coconut all the way.
Nice. Vegan paradise or meat lover's heaven?
Vegan paradise. Well, you can get both here. So, but I predominantly eat vegetarian. So there is so much on offer here.
Oh, and I already asked you. The day drinks or the staying out late? I did
drinks.
Awesome. All right, cool. Well, thanks for joining us. I hope you got something out of that. In our next episode, we're going to be talking about what it's really like bringing up young kids in Bali, plus giving you an insight into some of the best family-friendly places and activities.
So if you have any questions or topics you want covered in a future show, you can drop us a DM on our Instagram page. That is at Bali Life Unfiltered. And to make sure you don't miss an episode, hit that follow button on Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
See you next week.